everybody, it's Christine from Card Making Magic. I'm going to make a card similar to this today, and on the card that I'm going to make, these are the dies that I've used. So I've created my card base from an A4 sheet of paper. Now I've been asked, why don't I just fold that in half and use it like just as it is, with the fold down at the side. Well, the reason is because I add so much embellishments to the front of mine, and these are quite heavy once it's done. Now if you have all those embellishments on the front of this, it won't stand, it'll just keep falling over. So if you take your A4 piece of card and cut it in half and then join the two halves with a hinge, that will stand a lot better for you when you've added the embellishments to your card. Now, to create a mat for your base, the easiest way to do without any measuring is to put your next mat on your card and leave just a small border around two sides. Make yourself a small mark in from the sides and cut that out. And once you've cut that, you will then have the mat that leaves the small border around each side of your card, and you can repeat that process for the next mat. So I've done that matting and layering process twice. One is going to go inside the card to line it, and the other one will be on the front of the card. Now this is the piece that we're going to work on for now, so I'm not gluing anything in place just yet. Now from Majestic Labels 25, I've taken two of the dies and I've cut myself this frame. From the middle one of the Fancy Tags 3, I've taken that die and I have cut myself the label. I've heat embossed it in silver, and I've used some of the matching bling from Want to Scrap to just surround the sentiment. And from this little border die, this Flourish trim, I've cut myself two pieces, and that's very pretty. And these are the things that are going on the front of my card. So just working on the front panel, the next thing I've done is cut myself a mat, and I've embossed it in a nice swirly pattern, and that's going to sit along there. And then with the two trims, I'm going to put one at the bottom of the panel and one at the bottom of the card so that they're facing each other, and I'm going to glue those two in place. So the next thing I'm going to do is just add in the ribbon, and I've tied a double bow, and I'm just going to off center this bow along here, and I'm just going to glue that in place. So once you've got your bow glued in place, I'm just going to add in a little dazzler to the middle of the bow. Now all this panel now is ready to add to the front of your card, because the workings of the ribbon will be hidden behind the panel. So I've got all this glued now to the front of my card. I'm now going to add in this lacy panel, and I've put a double layer of foam pads on the back just to raise it up, and that's going to sit along there. And then the sentiment has also got foam pads, but only a single layer of foam pads on the back, and that's going to sit in the middle along there. So now I've sorted myself out a selection of flowers that I want to add to my card, and I've got some tulips in two different shades of pink, and I'm going to sit those along there. So this is just a dry run, I'm not gluing anything in place until I'm happy with the arrangement. And there's a rose, and I have some carnations and some smaller roses, and I've also got some little rosebuds that I might just add into the mix. Now once I'm happy with that arrangement, I'm going to glitter those flowers. So there's my little arrangement, but I'm just going to put some smaller rosebuds on this side. Now if you want to curl the stems, all you need to do is take, this is just a barbecue stick, and just place your flower along there and then curl your stem just along the edge and then slide it off. And there you have the curly stems that will sit with your flowers along your corsage. And the last thing I'm going to do is add my glitter. So I'm just putting some bits of the glue along the rim of the flowers. I'm just going to flatten that out a little bit. And then there's my glitter station with all my glitter in it, and I would cry if I dropped all this. Sprinkle my glitter on, tap off the excess, use an old makeup brush just to get rid of the extra bits, and I'll dust that again once all that glue's dry, just to get rid of these, and once that's dry they will be beautiful. Now this is one of the flourishes from Want to Scrap, and I just want a little bit more embellishment in these bare spots along here. So don't be afraid to cut this up, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to place that piece along the bottom. I'm just going to make sure there's no glitter there to stop it sticking. So that's going to sit along that edge there, and it's just tucked underneath the flower. And then one of the smaller pieces I'm going to put in at the top, just going to add this piece in under the top part of the flowers. So we'll just lift the tulip up, tuck that in under there, and there's the card finished. So there you have two cards, same style, same layout, just a different colour, and both very pretty.